we have this thing starting tomorrow. No, today. Sorry. With the Braves and Dansby Swanson. He is now a free agent. The Braves, according to reports, and this is from Justin Toscano of the AJC, on Thursday, the Braves extended the 1 year, $19.65 million qualifying offer. You knew that was going to happen. And obviously, Dansby says he wants to be back. The Braves want him back. But that doesn't, Freddie said the same thing, and Freddie's not here. Money is a real deal, folks, and it absolutely changes things 100%. So when you look at how this may play out and what are the options available to the Braves if they don't re-sign him, it's interesting. I mean, all the other big name shortstops that are out there, Trey Turner, Carlos Correa, Xander Bogaerts, would the Braves sign one of those guys? I don't know. I would have to think that at least Turner and Correa are north salary-wise of where Swanson is. And if the Braves make an offer to Swanson that's not good enough to get, why would it be good enough to get Turner and Correa? Right? Like, is that – unless I'm wrong on how much better Turner and Correa are. I mean, I'm not downing Swanson. I would just assume those – and plus they're Boras clients. So there's always a 10% premium on Boras clients, right? Bogarts and Correa. Oh, I'm sorry. Turner's not a Boras client. But, you're always paying a little bump for them. And I get the sense, at least from the comments that I'm reading from Alex Anthopoulos, that maybe the idea of Vaughn Grissom playing shortstop immediately is not at the top of their list. Maybe it's more so Orlando Arcia, or it's somebody else that's even lesser than all those guys. I mean, unless, we know Alex always plays things close to the vest, and he's, very, very tight-lipped about what he's going to do. So he could just be playing a little bit of shadow games with us. But all that said, it's one of those deals where I don't really know what he's going to do, but I get the sense again that maybe, just maybe, that Vaughn Grissom isn't the answer that we think he is. Could be. We'll wait and see. Okay, let's get to some NFL picks here, or I should say picks in college and in the NFL as we wind things down here on this Football Friday. College games on Saturday. I'll give you a list of the college games that I am on. And we talked yesterday about the college football playoff and some crazy scenarios that could be out there. Still think that's a possibility, although some of my colleagues think I have crackpot screwball theories, but nonetheless, they're allowed to think that. I really don't care. I'll tell you the two best bets I have in college this weekend. TCU getting 7 from Texas. I know TCU has gone through a gauntlet, and they still are probably a little bit undervalued. This is, and Falcons fans will know this is a straight fade of Steve Sarkisian laying 7 points. Steve Sarkisian as a favorite is bad. Steve Sarkisian is laying more than a touchdown. It is really bad as a head coach. TCU has had to come back in a lot of games this year, which is a little bit why the committee has disrespected them. But, this is a game where all the hype is around Texas. They're going to be at home. TCU has got an offense that is unstoppable. They come at you for 60 minutes, and they average over 70 plays a game on offense. Like, they just keep on pushing, man. So my guess is that Texas will have a lead in the third quarter, and Steve Sarkisian will do something to screw it up and either get me within a cover or allow TCU to win the game. There's just too many points. And the fact that the line has stayed right where it is, to me, is outstanding because that means you're getting equal action on both sides, and I'm not going to be one of the square dogs with TCU this week. So there's that. The other game is Ole Miss, Alabama. Like, Ole Miss is getting, well, it was 12. I think it's 11.5 now. Now, Alabama hasn't lost back-to-back games since Nick Saban's rookie year. His first year in Tuscaloosa, I'd say, not his rookie, his first year in Alabama. And Alabama's taken 2 losses before the Iron Bowl for the first time since 2010. So, needless to say, we're in uncharted territory. All I'll say is this much. 2 things. One, Nick Saban's defense has typically always struggled with mobile quarterbacks like LSU's Jaden Daniels last week, and Mississippi's Jackson Dart this week has 470 rushing yards on the season. He does a lot with his legs. He'll be able to extend some drives and create some fits. You know, if Alabama plays a clean game and they don't make a ton of penalties and a ton of mistakes like they've been doing all season long, they could come out and blow out Ole Miss. But I would really be shocked if the Rebels and Lane Kiffin, off a bye with 2 weeks to prepare for this game, lay an absolute dud, knowing what is on the line for them, that they have to win out and get some help against LSU in order to get to the SEC title game. So, yeah, if they lay a dud and get blown out by 2 touchdowns, shame on you, Lane Kiffin. Speaking of LSU, I'm taking the points with Arkansas. This feels like a major, major letdown spot for LSU. Coming off the big win, they got to go out on the road to a team that has a great run game and can control the pace. You get quarterbacks that cancel each other out with Jaden Daniels and KJ Jefferson of Arkansas. They both make plays with their arms and their legs. And you have Arkansas coming off a bad home loss to Liberty. Sam Pittman should have his squad extra prepared after that disappointing loss. LSU may be feeling themselves. Again, I still think LSU is a little overrated. Give me Arkansas plus 3.5. On Sunday, 2 games that I am looking at. One of them is, one is a total. It's the over in the Giants-Texans game. I know a lot of people are like, over? Giants-Texans? Really? What? Those 2 teams? Yeah. Both have bad run defenses. And with this total sitting below 41, which is a key number in totals in the NFL, a lot of totals land on 41. When you're below it, it's wise to take the over because these 2 teams can't stop the guys on the ground. Saquon Barkley should have a big day. Dameon Pierce should have a big day. I think both these teams can get to 20. And I genuinely believe that this will be a 1-score game. Can the Giants cover it? I think so. 27-20 feels like where this game would end. But I like the over a lot in this game. And then, believe it or not, I'm going to lay it with the Chicago Bears, who are hosting the Detroit Lions. Justin Fields and that offense have scored or averaged 30 points a game over their last 3 games. Matt Eberflus, the head coach of the Bears, has taken the training wheels off, and he's let Justin Fields just say, hey, mate, go out there and do it. Go be Lamar Jackson part 2. Knock yourself out. Matt Nagy clearly wasn't willing to do that, which is what cost him his job. Matt Eberflus is, and you're starting to see dividends that Justin Fields is starting to look like the quarterback that was drafted 3rd overall. And the Falcons are going to see him up close and personal a week from Sunday. And it might not be that pretty. Might not be that pretty against that defense. So, I know the number's at 3. If there's some 2.5s out there, grab them. I don't know if there still are. And I would get this before it gets to 3.5 because I think before Sunday, enough people might back the Bears here, especially against the Lions. Really, really bad defense. Expect points in this game. Bears defense isn't great either. But when I'm at a field goal or less, remember, you bet numbers, not teams. Give me the Bears and lay the points. So those are the games that I'm on for this weekend. Wanted to take a quick final note here to remind you about Locked On Falcons with Aaron Freeman. It's one of the best shows on this Locked On Sports Atlanta network. Make it your first listen. Make your next listen. Locked On Sports Today podcast, biggest stories of the day, plus instant reactions, big game recaps, and the take of the day. It's available on the Odyssey app, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. Final note here before we get out of here, just to say happy Veterans Day to all my brothers and sisters in arms. I've been fortunate enough to put on a uniform for over 20 years and still wear it to this day. And I am very thankful and grateful to have served alongside and fought alongside some of the best warriors that this planet has ever known. And I'm fortunate to still call a lot of those people my friends. And I'm certainly blessed that I still get to serve and lead and help grow the next generation of warriors for our armed forces. So to all my brothers and sisters in arms and those who have served and those who continue to serve, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for choosing a life of service and choosing something greater than yourself. Happy Veterans Day to one and all. Certainly appreciate it. And oh, by the way, thank you for your service is nice. Buying people lunch is nice. But you know what's even better? Going out and being a good citizen. You know, voting, paying your taxes, following the laws that are written in your certain county, state, jurisdiction, whatever it is. Be a good citizen. That's the best way to thank people for their service, because that's what we're all fighting for. Enjoy your freedoms, every single one of them, but respect the laws of the land that we live in, because without it, you can see how bad things can become. So again, do appreciate the thank yous for your services and the free coffees and meals and everything that we're going to get today. But there's so much more you can do that goes beyond just words. With that, I wish everybody a wonderful weekend. We'll be back on Monday to recap all of this. And certainly we will absolutely have more on the Falcons and the NFL. So you guys have a wonderful Football Friday. Happy Veterans Day to all. Don't take any crap from anybody. See ya.
Brace yourselves, because it's